Hello YouTube. I'm Carl. This is my new channel, Metal Mania Workshop. Today is a special video because today I had just gotten a package. Well, actually I got it a couple of days ago, but this is actually going to be the first video I put on it of a H.gerstner and Sons toolbox that I have recently purchased. Well, as I was waiting for it, somewhere through the shipping process, it got destroyed. The riser did, not the whole box, but just the riser. So I reached out to Bob over at Bison Workshop, and we came up with an agreement. We shook hands on it, and we did it. So he fixed it. It got back to me. I got it put back together, and now I want to take you down and show you what he did. Here we go. Let's walk on down to the shop. Oh no. My Amazon boxes, and get rid of those things. But I tell you, the fall is coming, man. Got all these droppings down here. All the leaves are changing colors. Plants are dying. But yeah, let's walk on down to the shop and let's see what we got going on down here. It's a beautiful day out. It's about 4:30 or so, and it's just a nice day. Sunday afternoon, and yeah. Hey guys, come here, goats. Come here. Hi, buddy. Those are my goats. Hi. Hi. Say hello. Hey, Midnight. Hey, big guy. Hey, Blaze. Bandit. What? Lovey? Breezy? Why are you over there on the other side? You want to say hi? Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. Are you guys in the barn taking a siesta? A little goat nappy? It's that time, isn't it? So here's some of the projects we got going on around here that I'd like to bring you in and get you involved. First, that tree right there. A big tree. It died this summer. So we need to get that cut down. We need to make firewood out of it. And then we got about 2 other trees that also need to be cut down and chopped up and put in the firewood pile. Hi, puppy. That's my dog. Let's go see the fish. See how they're doing. Hi, buddy. There you are. What are you doing? Let's go feed the fish. And then we're going to go into the shop for a while. Oh, we got to clean out the pond. We got some leaves and stuff. Where are the fish? I don't see them. Come here, fishies. Fish, 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 fish. Oh, there you are. There goes one. Oh, there goes another one. That's copper. The little black and white one right there, that's Shamu, the killer koi. This is my puppy. This is Prince, which he wants some fish food. Even though puppies aren't supposed to be eating fish food, but we'll give him a couple bites anyway. Okay, that's enough. Where's everybody else? Oh. So that's copper, Shamu. Oh, there goes Angel right there. And then on the bottom, underneath copper, oh, there's silver. I don't know where little baby fish is at. She likes to hide, but we got 5 koi. Okay, let's walk up to the shop now. But yeah, this tree right here needs to go bye-bye. Alright. And welcome to the shop. It's still a work in progress. We have lots of things to do in here. Let's get some lights put on. Okay, and here goes the box, Bob. There she goes, right there. This bottom piece, the riser, is the part that was broke. I had put all the metal hardware and the handles back on it, put the door back on it, put the drawers on it. You know, let me tell you, Bob, you fixed this thing perfect. You know, you right here, this whole thing was split. You can't see it. This part here was also split, but it wasn't like the other side. The other side, it split along the seam. This actually just split. The wood just split. So but everything lines up right. The lock works perfect. The drawers slide in and out perfect. I could not be more pleased with this. Let's open this up. I'm sorry guys, I'm using my phone because I couldn't figure out how to use my GoPro. Ah, come on. Don't make me look bad, drawer. It works easier when you use 2 hands. Because the way they built it, it doesn't have a track. It just has like 2 milled out slides in the wood, and that's basically your track. So here's the riser. Drawers work perfect. Look at this. Boom. Oh, I got some tools in them already. So yeah, that's it right there. As you can see, drawers open, close, perfect. Let's check out the top part. Boom, look at that. We do got some tools in there. I guess I could show you the tools real fast. Just for the sake of making a video. So in this little deal here, we got just some information. You know, basically how to read, how to clean, how to take care of all your tools. I read lots of books on that stuff. Most of my tools are veneers. I don't use a lot of digital tools. I like, you know, when I'm in my shop, I try to get away from electronics, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And I try to stick to just primitive tools. You know, it's just, this is my peaceful time. When I come down here to work, it's just my time when I get away, when I don't want to think about things except for what I'm doing, and I don't want to have to worry about, you know, just worrying about putting a battery inside one of my calibers because the battery went dead, or, you know, that sort of thing. So here's some of the tools I already got in here. In here, I just got a wiggler, and then a center, or not a center finder. Come on, you can focus anytime, camera. Well, anyway, it's a edge finder, and then in here I have, which I love this tool right here. Sorry guys, I'm working with one hand. It's getting a little hard. And here I got my little Universal Junior, which, like I said, I love this tool. You don't see a lot of people using them anymore, but here she goes. So that's one tool in there. Let's see, what do I got in here? Oh, in here I got my my veneer gear tooth calendar, or calibers. Here's the information. And these tools here are the ones that I use the most. Oh, and here I got some mics. I got this is a 1 to 2 inch micrometer. This is a 0 to 1 inch micrometer. And then this is the 700 700A. It's an inside mic, 0 to 1 inch, or not 0 to 1 inch. I think it's 500 thousandths to 1 inch or something like that. I don't remember. And then I got a little wrench in here so I can calibrate them. And then in this drawer I got my little screw pitch gauge, or not pitch gauge, just for threads, when I'm making threads. And here I got some depth gauges. You know, I do got a couple dial. Come on, camera, focus, man. What's going on here? Can't get the stupid thing to focus. Anyway, this is where I keep my depth gauges. I use these all the time. I got just the regular slide kind of rule. I like this one because this one I can I have 30, 15, 30, 45, and 60 degrees angles I can do with that. And then this one is just your basic veneer depth gauge. And then oh, and here is just a center punch, a scribe, then a drill, little drill gauge thingy. I have a couple of other ones, but that's the basic one. That's the one I use the most. Oh, and here I got my my little, man, I can't get this camera to focus. I don't know what the deal is here. It's my little toolmaker square, and then I got a taper gauge thingy there. Oh, and here that's a height setter. Now all these tools are start, every single one. Most of my tools in my shop, except for maybe 5 or 6, are not start. But most of them are start. I do love using start tools, but more and more I've been finding that stuff you could buy at Harbor Freight, it's just as good. I mean, I had to buy a dial caliber from Harbor Freight to get myself out of a pinch. It's right there. to get myself out of a pinch. And you know what? It works. This is good. All right, let's go to the next drawer. Oh, and here, these are last words. These are also last words, but these are two-faced. I mean, come on, camera, focus, man. Anyway, they're two-faced last words, and those are a must-have if you can find them. So, let's see what we got in this drawer. Oh, I use this all the time. That's my 451 trammel head. Wait, is it a 451? 251, I'm sorry. Trammel head. I use that for a compass all the time. Oh, and then here I got some more calipers. I got just your regular 6-inch dial. I don't use that one too often. That's the one, you know, when I bought that Harbor Freight deal, you know, they're pretty much the same thing now, except for this cost, oh god, guys, I don't remember how much that cost. Probably $200-300. I mean, the Harbor Freight thing over there, $25, works just as good. And then I got these are my favorite ones. These are come on, camera. I don't know, I'm having a hard time getting this camera to focus. But anyway, that's the start. 1, 2, 3, 6-inch. I got 2 of them. And then here in the back is, this is the 14-inch. So that's what I keep in that drawer. Then in this drawer, I have my little machinist level. And then I have a mic head, which I don't have the base for it anymore. But I need to make a new base so I can use it and just use it as a bench mic. I have nothing in these drawers yet. Oh, I do. I have some test indicators here. This is the 196. It's 196. And then this is I like this one because you can move the head up and down, so you know you can look at it from any angle pretty much. So that's that. And then this is inside mic. I think that's 1 to 12 inches or something. That one's a metric because I was using that not too long ago. But I don't do a lot in metric, but I do some. All right. So yeah, so that's the toolbox, Bob. I mean, the way you put this thing back together and you know, and how you made it so strong. I mean, it's probably stronger now than it was when it was first manufactured. I mean, it's just, I'm impressed, I have to say. Oh, and then the top, I have just some gauge charts, a little start hand vise, which I love this thing. This is just it's just an adapter for it, so you can take off this wooden handle right here, put it on this clamp, and then you can screw it onto your workbench or whatever. So yeah, so that's the toolbox right there. And then we'll do a short shop tour, I guess. Now keep in mind, people, my shop is not completed yet. I got more things coming in. I got some things leaving. I got to build a workbench. I got to put pegboard on the wall. I got to, you know, it's a lot. So we're gonna have a lot of projects that we're gonna be doing this winter. And yeah, so we'll start over here. In these cabinets here, I'm not gonna open up the cabinets just because I gotta move too much stuff to get into it, and it's just tools and miscellaneous stuff. But those are all full of tools. Over here, these 3 tool bags, you know, 1, 2, 3. Those are it's just my work bags. That's like if I have a small job I need to do, I can grab any one of those tool bags and I'll have whatever I need. You know, I got drills in them, levels, hardware, hammers, little pry bars, Allen keys, you know, just the basic tools, a couple of hand saws, and you know, but basically I can get any job done with those tool bags. If I need to grab 2 or all 3 of them, I could probably build a house with all, you know, all 3 of those bags. Right here's a cutting torch, cutting and welding, but I only use it for cutting. Right there, that's my little parts cleaner. Right there is my little wire weld, my wire fed welder. Here is stick welder, and of course shop vac. Right there's a tool chart, not a tool chart. You can change things from decimal, fraction, metric, etc. Little towel dispenser, ear muffs. These are nice too, guys. These are Impact Pro, but who made them? Oh, Howard Light. How would you say that name? But they're nice because they're electronic, and yeah, they work good. I mean, it doesn't matter how loud the noise is. That thing will just snuff it right out. But it also enhances voice. So if someone's talking to me, I can hear them better than I can hear them with just my regular ears. My apron, and then I got some clamps up there. You know, got my little clock right there. I got some electrical stuff here because I'm also doing the electrical here in the shop. I got some punches, some bins that aren't full yet. First one is. That one's not full yet. That's my motto. Do good work. If you're going to do something, you might as well do it good. If not, it just ain't worth doing. Here's another veneer caliper. This is a it's 24 inch. I know it says 26 inch, but the last 2 inches it's unusable. Because this thing will fall off the track if you try using it. This is my third hand. Just for micrometers, you just put your mic in there, and then you can move it anyway, and then you can just tighten it up, and you're good to go. Machinery handbook. That's the Bible of this shop. Air compressor. Some Allen wrenches. And here's the Harbor Freight deals that I was talking about. I paid about 20-30 bucks for these things. And, you know, they work just as good. I mean, they might not have the Star It name on them, but they sure feel like they were made by the same company. Back here, I got some reamers. A little three-jaw chuck for the lathe, which I hardly don't use that thing at all. I got a drill chuck. I got some taps and dies, and you know, just some miscellaneous stuff. This is the lathe. This is my little Grizzly Geo 765. You know, I got the 4-jaw on there. That's what I use the most. Oh, here's another tool I bought from Harbor Freight. These are the 2 I have from Harbor Freight. Hold on. Got that guy there. And then that. Yeah, this actually works pretty good. And so does this. I can't complain. This is a Brown and Sharp. I use that all the time too. But anyway, so this is the lathe. And let's walk back around this way. Here I have some electrical stuff because we did all the electrical in the shop. I still got to put these wires away. These are for my garage door so I can close myself in when I want during the winter time when it's cold. A fire extinguisher, first aid kit. Here I got my little band saw, and right here I have a little chop saw, little DeWalt chop saw. I love that thing. I use it all the time. I've had that thing for 5 or 6 years now. Never had a problem with it. Belt sander. Bench grinder. Got another wire here that hooks up to that other door, which I need to put that away too. Just some drills. Got my Dremel, I don't know, drill press stand. I don't know what you would call it. And I got a little tiny bench grinder, and it has this little guy on it right here. That's on my foot. That little, I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, whatever. I have one of those for my Dremel too. Then here on the bottom I got more Dremel tools. I got socket sets. Then over here I got sanders and circless saw. I got about 4 or 5 sanders. I got a couple of routers. I got that little oscillating saw, which I don't even know what the name of this technically is. But it just yeah, it just yeah, but anyway, that's what that is. Then on the bottom I got a huge saw, and right here I got some workhorses, and then right here is something I'm hoping me and Bob can make a deal for. That's the G0758. Good mill, works perfect. Works perfect, you know, no rust. Yeah, it's perfect. I don't use it anymore. I mean, that's the mill I used all the time, but I don't use that anymore because I got the other mill, which I'll show you here in a few minutes. Got the stand for it. You know, here's a power feed, which I'll tell you about that here in a second. And then here is a, come on, sucker. Little heavy sucker there. This is the right angle attachment for the milling machine. It's R8. And I'll tell you about that here in a second too. Right here is they call it the BS2 Universal Dividing Head. And this is going to be one of our projects that we got going on. Got a nice 3-jaw chuck. Tailstock, all the gears you need. Dividing plates. These are for the chuck. Right here's the dividing head. Got the banjos in the back. But anyway, we'll talk about that here in a second too. Let me keep going on with what I got here in the shop. Right there is the Derek's E90 end mill grinder. And yes, I do take on jobs grinding end mills. Excuse me. Has the air spindle. I don't have a wheel on it right now, but it takes literally, 5 minutes. You just unscrew these two screws, throw it on there, and you're in business. So, and then here on the bottom, that part right there, that's the radius end mill grinding attachment. It works good. So yeah, so that's that. Right here we got some inventory. Got some stainless in there, cold roll, aluminum. And I got some, just a few aluminum blocks, and I got flat bar in there, and you name it. I can, if I need to do something to get me or someone out of a pinch, I can do it, no problem, with the materials I have. Here are just some end mills. This is all carbide. Just carbide end mills. And so anyway, let me move this real fast, guys. Hold on one second. More end mills. These are this is all carbide too, and I got some cobalt in there. But I got a bunch of radiuses and little end mills and big end mills and end mills and end mills. We'll put those on the floor. So right here is my milling machine. So here's some of the projects that we were gonna do. Hold on one second. All right, so some of the projects we got going on this winter is, first project is right here in this space of the ground, of the floor. We're gonna build another workbench. It's either gonna be like a 4x8 or a 4x10. I need a new workbench. I need somewhere to work. This is a new shop for me. I just got all the electricity in. I put that little socket right there. That's for the lathe, for the 14x40. And that's gonna go, it's gonna go facing this way. Right there's where it's gonna end. So I have about 3 feet from the end of the mill to here to walk around. So that's where the lathe is going. Here's the Precision Matthews PM 940. This is a bad boy right here, let me tell you. I was a little skeptic at first because it is made in China and everything. But overall, I am happy. I'm happy with this mill. So here's the projects we got going on. First we're gonna do is we're gonna move this power feed. We're gonna flip it, make it vertical, and we're gonna move it onto this side of the mill. And then we're gonna make a new banjo for the dividing head right there, so we can marry the two machines together. And the reason why I got the BS2 was because I wanted a universal dividing head. And for you guys who don't know, you can hook those gears onto your power feed, onto the lead screw. And then when you turn your power feed on, the head will spin. So you can get helical cuts and you know, etc, etc, etc. And then you can just do regular indexing, and so you can do bevel gears and things of those natures. It has a 20-inch Z travel. Right here's the control panel. I guess we can start it out real fast. The head moves up and down, power feed. It's a little slow, but it beats hand cranking it up. I mean, you do have means to hand crank it right there. But I just use the power feed. And then I have this drill for the spindle, where I can get, you know, accurate precision cuts. It has a 12-inch X, a 28-inch Y. Wait. X, Y, Z. Yeah, whatever. The table travels 28 inches that way, 12 inches that way. It has power down feed, which is a real sweet thing to have. I have 5 inches of travel on that. And then this is for fine feeding. And then this is just that's so you can do depth stops. Right there's a 3-axis DRO. That's the Eson 12, I believe. Right there's Weldon helmets. That's the electric panel I put in. That right there, that's the 50 amp for the welder, for the stick welder. Oh, right there I got more tools on the floor because I have nowhere to put them. I don't have any table space anymore. But I need to get those off the floor, especially those tools. Here I got more end mills. These are high speed and some carbide. More carbide. I got the Wilton Super Vise. It's a 3-axis vise, and then I have another little miniature vise there, and some 1, 2, 3 blocks. This cart here is just miscellaneous stuff. Got some keyless chucks, you know, just stuff. And then down here, I got some hold down clamps. I got my Versatappa automatic tapping head, and then back there I got a boring head for when they do bores. So yeah, and then in this cabinet here, it's full of air tools, air guns, and those kind of things. And then yeah, so that's my shop, guys. You know, so what we're gonna be doing this winter is we're gonna finish painting the wall up there. We're gonna build a workbench here, you know, where I can put my surface plate on and just have you know, just something I can bang on. So I don't like to bang on these right here because these are the same cabinets and stuff that we have inside the house. Except for the stuff inside the house is a lot more shinier and everything else. But yeah, these are all custom cabinets that came with the house. So what else? Oh, all right. So yeah. So finish painting the walls, getting it all pretty in here. Up there in the attic, we're gonna put a 40-pound, or not a 40-pound, a 40-gallon air compressor, and I'm gonna run some, you know, maybe 3 or 4 lines in different parts on the ceiling, so I can, you know, just run an air hose and so I can run an air hose and not have to worry about having, you know, air compressors everywhere. But I need them to be out of my way. So that's one project we're gonna be doing. I'm thinking about putting the shop vac up there too. I'm thinking about making a 55-gallon drum shop vac, and put it up there so I won't have to clean it every other day, because it's a pain climbing up there. I mean, there's steps and everything, but it's just, I don't really like walking up there. I don't feel safe. I feel like if I make the wrong step, I'll come right through the, because it's only sheetrock, you know. So anyway, so we're gonna do that, and then with the mill, here's the things we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be moving this power feed. We're gonna put it over here. We're gonna flip it vertically, and then we're gonna make a new banjo for the dividing head there, so we can, like I said, get them married, make them become one. Right here on the X or Y. I don't know why I can't remember now. X or Y. X, Y, Z. Yeah, on the X. We're gonna put that power feed that I showed you that was in there. We're gonna make an adapter. I'm gonna put it here, and oh yeah, and that's my vise. That's the Kurt DX6 crossover. It has a 9-inch opening. Pretty sweet vise. I actually like that vise a lot. And then on the bottom here, the mill, where I'm using those carriage bolts as leveling feet, we're gonna actually use some bar stock, and we're gonna mill ourselves a base for it. And I'm gonna raise the machine up a couple more inches. I have a couple more inches up here where I can raise it up so the table is closer to my chest than what it is now, you know. And then we're gonna put a flood coolant system in there. We may or may not do that. And then we're gonna find some way to put some kind of shower curtain or something up on the ceiling, so when I'm using my mill, and especially when I'm using the fly cutter or the fly cutter, or the facing the whatever this thing is called, whatever that thing is called, I forget now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, when I use that, man, I get chips all over. And then my dog, Prince, the one you saw in the video, in the beginning of the video, he loves to be in here with me, and I worry about him getting little shards all over his little puppy feet. So yeah, so that's the projects we got going on for this winter time. And then last but least, I want to thank Bob. And I also want to thank Bob for this right here. Boom. A genuine, authentic Bison Workshop sticker. My first sticker. I don't know where I'm putting him yet, but he's going somewhere up on the wall. Oh yeah, and then also we're getting pegboard put along the all along the wall. So I can hang up all my tools, because I got all kinds of tools in all these drawers. I got wrenches, screwdrivers, Allen keys, etc., 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 etc. And then the lathe, like I said, once I get the lathe put in here, we'll probably get rid of this lathe. Just because of space. I mean, this lathe right here is incredible. I mean, when I first got it, it was, yeah, you know. But then I put new gears in it, metal gears. I put new bearings in there. I tightened up all the, I scraped the ways. I deburred all the gibs. You know, I tore the whole machine apart, and now, I mean, I can hold some tight tolerances with this machine. It's a 7x14. I was even thinking about cutting this out so I can have a gap in there so I can do a little bit bigger work. But yeah, no, it's, I mean, it works. It works good. I have it right where I want it now. Oh, and then last thing, the little right angle head. We gotta bore this inside out so I can actually get it to fit onto here, so I can use it. I won't be able to use it for heavy cutting, but I will be able to use it for small jobs. I mean, I could turn the head around. I do have means to do that. I can turn it 90, but I'm not going to do that. You know, I have my machine nice and trammed. Even though it's not hard to tram the machine. You know, it takes about 5, 6, 7 minutes, whatever. But I have it, you know, right where I like it. So yeah, guys, that's the shop. Here's the box again. Bob, I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me. Any other jobs that I have that turn out to be, you know, this way, I mean, you are the guy I'm going to. My father had bought me that box for my birthday. So it has some sentimental value because, you know, machines, they break, they go, you know, but the toolbox, you know, as long as I don't abuse it, this should last me for the rest of my life. So yeah, and to honor them, you know, I made sure, you know, I took it to the right man to fix it, and I'm happy with it. I mean, they're happy with it too. So yeah, guys, so like, subscribe, yeah, just like and subscribe, comment, whatever, and then I'll see you next time. Sorry about the shaky video. I'm doing this on my cell phone, but hopefully next time I'll be using my GoPro, and I'll make like a tripod or something, so it's not gonna look shaky. Anyway, this is Carl at Metal Mania Workshop signing off. Hasta la vista, baby.